Here we are now in Beregost. Now without cutscene. We'll just wander about here a bit. I'm gonna try and do all of the sort of entry-level quests for Beregost. Beregost has a pretty long chain that also continues on later in the game, so I'm not gonna go to Allcaster right away. Not gonna do some of the other stuff right away.
You! Hey, you! Yes, you! I don't see anybody else around here. A little help, please?
And this is our new character, so I'm gonna let her play through.
Magic bandits! They must have gone to advanced bandit school or something. They're trying to capture me.
We'll defend her.
Listen, I'd love to give you a really long and detailed explanation of what's going on, but oh look, we're out of time.
So, you would try to hide from us behind this unfortunate fool. Your cowardice proves as deadly as your reckless magic.
You're the one trying to capture me, and I still don't know what you want, so I'd rather not let it happen. Get out of here before me and my new friends decide to eject a fist into your mouth.
You there, stand aside and give me the girl. Surely you won't risk your life for a stranger.
You don't understand, bro. My party needs a mage. I believe she's a mage.
By my right as a wizard of Fae, we must study her anomalous power, whether or not she comes willingly. I shouldn't be surprised that one as uneducated as you cannot spot a wild mage when you see one. Her spells cause more harm than good. We must extract her secrets and, of course, prevent her from harming herself or others. I have said enough. Hand her over.
Nope,
If you wish
she's
to
with me,
die
bro.
for this wild magery, so be it.
Away with you, you pompous creep!
What? Not again.
Kendall, let's do that. We can't let her escape. Slaughter them all, and you'll soon circle to find him.
So we're gonna go with our standard mage plan, which is bombard the mage with early damage, so as to prevent ourselves from getting destroyed. We're a little late on that magic missile, and as a result, he gets his mirror image up, so we have to hit him a couple times. And Collide gets obliterated by some sort of devilry. But he goes down. Imoen's in some great danger. Run her out of there. Run, Imoen! And there we go. Bad guys _ down.
Really sorry about what just happened. I didn't want to involve you, but if I hadn't run into you when I did, they'd be elbow deep in my brains right now. Since you were kind enough to save me from those wizardly thugs, I was wondering if I could stay with you for a while. For your protection, as well as mine. I swear, I'm quite a skilled spellcaster. I can hurl a fireball like you wouldn't believe. Fantastic! Let me just get my... well, nothing. I'm ready to go now.
So we gotta pick up all the crap off the ground. But, you know, the voice acting isn't bad. It certainly could have been much worse. The character seems kind of interesting, and I've always had a soft spot for mages, especially wild mages. So I'm kind of excited to see how that'll go. And now having finished loading everything up, we go and get Kaiven from Hedge. That's what we just did there. So there we now have a full party again. Some people spend a lot more time in Hedge early game. I just went ahead and grabbed Kaiven. Now we're back here in the city at night. As you can see, we walked by Khalid's body that we dumped there. Because I'm not going to revive him. If I recall correctly, reviving is kind of expensive. And I don't really care that much for Khalid, because we're not going to hold on to Jaheira. And it could prove to be unnecessarily difficult to maintain Khalid while also having Jaheira not in the party. Just walking about looking through some containers here. I don't really know what's in them. I haven't memorized this map. And now we're gonna... This is the house with the spiders in it that we learned about in the Friendly Arm Inn. So we're gonna go ahead and try our luck here, especially with our new Wild Mage.
Go on then. Spit it out. Go on then.
You rang?
We'll have her use her wild magic and try and get a magic missile out of it.
Yep. This way.
Spit it out. Sorted.
You've attacked.
My strat here is to cast Entangle, hope that we can get most of them away from us. Whatever that effect was for the wild magic really was not encouraging to me, but we lose Jaheira, which I'm not upset about. That's kind of a good thing. And the spell effect for Entangle's obviously changed from the first game. It's the second game's Entangle. Now, unfortunately, we're being punished because these spiders are poisonous and we take double damage from the insane difficulty. Losing Imoen's not so great. Try and cast a spell. And that's half the party dead. I rage quit. So we're going to try this again. And we'll stick more to the standard cast a lot of spells method and throw out the Entangle again. I don't know what that spell did, and I should have left up the text bar there so we could have seen what sort of effect it had. We may lose Jaheira again. I'll have her cast a spell on herself if she can. She can't because she's entangled, so drink a potion, whatever. Ajantis is pretty hurt. I gotta look around through here. I'm getting Steam message. Gee, thanks. And there we go. Alright. We may come out of this without any casualties. Have her drop the Larlock's Minor Drain. Not gonna use it for anything anyways. And there we go. And it causes the raised dead effect to occur, but no dead or raised. Now I'll just wait for this spell to time out. There we go. And we need to get particularly the boots, the wine, and the body of the spider down here. And there we go. That's all there is in this house. And all we have to do to complete the quest is to go back up to the Friendly Arm Inn, which we'll do sometime later. So I'm kind of busy now, as you can see. We'll check out the Jovial Juggler, which is one of the larger inns in the town. There isn't really much going on there, but it's a place to stop and rest because we don't have any spells right now. You'll see a guy tell you about some half-ogres or grillins chilling out to the south there. And that's a bit of a warning. Cannot question. He got healed by a stranger. So we'll just rest here in the inn for gold, probably. There's also a guy up here that will accost you and tell you that his cloak got stolen by some monsters in the Cloakwood Forest. Which is, you know, meant to be ironic. There's a crazy guy upstairs in the inn.
Traveling, all this adventure, how do you manage it? Until now, I was barely able to keep my head above water. Yet here with you, it seems almost easy.
And I'll let you hear what she has to say here. Since it's a Baldur's Gate 2 style
Safety in numbers, eh?
encounter.
Fair enough. I guess I just never really had a traveling companion before. My life on the road has been a solitary affair, full of cold nights and colder dreams. It's enough to make a girl want to head back to High Forest. That's me, born and raised in the thicket. At least until my mistakes piled up high enough to come crashing down on me. A maiming or two, if you don't count the second-degree burns. Completely accidental, and everybody lived. Well, at least I'm pretty sure everybody lived. You really know how to get someone to open up. Why, yes, let me just share intimate details about my past. You put me right at ease.
So I'm getting kind of the sense that
During
you're
our
meant to
magical
be able to
training, we were
romance
supposed to
Neera.
summon a sphere of fire. Mine got away from me somehow. One moment I was concentrating, the next moment my classmates were rolling on the floor screaming. Of course I can blame myself. Accident or not, I should have been more careful. I could have taken responsibility or at least fetched a bucket of water. Instead, I ran away, terrified of what I'd done.
You didn't even try to help, I say? Horrible, I know. Afterwards, I ran to the woods and couldn't dare to go back. Snuck back into the village now
I
and
took to
then.
wandering High Forest, but I kept running into the wrong people and doing the wrong thing. Eventually, Turlang the tree and grabbed me and said, "Take a hike." Well, maybe not in those words exactly. And so I left High Forest. I've been wandering for a while now. I've got a few ideas for a destination, but I'm still considering them. Come, let us continue this journey together.
So, as I was saying, there's a crazy guy upstairs, and he's pretty funny. Looking at her statistics, she's really not any better or worse than any of the not Edwin mages in this game. So, I mean, it's all right. And then you have her biography here. Neera says she's been on the run for the Red Wizards for months and months. Quick thinking, a little jib. You've heard that wild mages are among the most powerful spellcasters as long as they don't have an accident. Despite her cheerful and capricious demeanor, you just sense blah 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 blah. You get the idea. Now we're going to head on to the next little portion of our adventure here, which is to travel to Feldpost Inn and get accosted by a guy, which will then allow us to go to Feldpost Inn. Feldpost Inn is nice because as far as Beregost goes, the Feldpost Inn will buy pretty much anything that you have.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Of course, that's a bit of an Easter egg, but ain't no room for ye trouble-making strangers. No need to. I'll take whatever shape I want. I'm sick of you freakish adventurers going out consorting with God's knows what and dragging your trouble back into my home. Essentially what happened to Marl here is that his son got kind of googly-eyed over swords and adventure and stuff and decided to try to go out adventuring, but like Khalid and pretty much just Khalid at this point, he got himself killed. And he gets all mad at you about that, as if it's your fault. And if you resolve it amicably in the way that I choose, you can use the Feldpost Inn as you like. The other nice thing about Feldpost Inn is it's kind of centrally located. And so you can store a bunch of crap in the upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and do a quest now. One of the main ones in Beregost, where you guard Silky, thespian extraordinaire. Garrick's a bard. We're not going to pick him up into the party. He gives you this offer: 300 gold, guard Silky from some thugs. Okay. And then he just walks you over to Silky.
Spit it out.
we're gonna go ahead and surround Silky. Silky can cast Lightning Bolt, and she'll do it. So you need to be careful that your characters aren't standing in a line, because if that lightning bolt comes out, you may lose multiple people. She'll offer to raise it to 400 if your charisma's high enough. Ours wasn't. Feldpost Thugs, greetings, Silky. We're here as you ask, and we have the "Don't try to threaten me." What are you talking about? We were here with the gems that. Shut up! Strike now! Kill them! This is madness. Our deal's off. I'll deal with them myself. Standard mage fighting rules apply. Do as much damage as you can, as early as you can, to prevent the mirror image from going off. And there we go. She goes down pretty easy. 900 XP. +1 quarterstaff. These guys give you a potion of defense for having saved them, which I'll show here. As if they were wearing plate mail +3 in place of their actual armor. So it can be a little helpful at some points. And we'll tell Garrick that he doesn't need to stand around all day. And we'll go ahead and go into this inn here. And immediately get attacked. And as you can see, it's another assassination attempt. So we're going to go ahead and fight him. We'll go ahead and just throw a magic missile at him from the wand to start, and try some wild magic missile. And it drops a stinking cloud. And one thing that I found particularly interesting was the stinking cloud animation has been changed completely. It actually looks kind of like a cloud now. So, and that's what you get with wild magic. Sometimes it just doesn't do anything. Sometimes it harms your party very badly. And other times, it stinking clouds a guy and he can't do anything. So now we'll just wait for the stinking cloud to finish and kind of laugh at the people that wander into the stinking cloud that are trying to use the inn. The halfling that's laying on the ground next to the guy in the chair is actually a quest giver, and we'll hook up with him once the stinky goes away. There we go, no more stinky. We'll see what this guy had, if he has anything different. Nope. And the bounty letter, some chainmail, don't really need any of that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm now worth 350 coins instead of the 200 I was worth at the Friendly Arm Inn, so that's nice. My value keeps going up. Now we're just trying to find Purdue, the guy that's running around. I don't know where he's gone. There he is. A dog's head. A knoll. Never liked him myself. I couldn't remember exactly what you're supposed to say. Alright. So there we go. 50 gold, go fetch this sword. Here we are back in High Hedge. This guy tries to pull off a heist, but I don't have any thieves that are worth anything, so we're just gonna leave it be. I don't believe in the original version that the lighting effects at this place were quite this way. It could just be me trying to find new stuff to talk about, but Thalantir's the same as he always was. And he's got tons of new spell scrolls because of all the new spells in Baldur's Gate. But, I mean, that's about all that's going on there. No new weird, unique items or anything. So we're going to fight these gnolls. And he gets rocked. Gives us a nice little necklace. There are a couple more gnolls up here. And one of these is going to be our sword carrying buddy. He goes down pretty quick. So you can sort of see the tactic that I use for this game. You've got one guy who's sort of the tank that just blocks the enemy. And there's the sword that we want. That blocks the enemy, and then everybody else who just shoots from the back. We're going to go pick up Kagan here, who's in this building. I got kind of sick of hearing Jaheira. He's got the highest constitution score of any potential ally in the game. He runs his own mercenary business, and he wants you to go find what's been happening to his caravans. He's lawful evil as well, and he uses axes. So, see you later, Jaheira.
Things stir to the south as we sit.
She'll just stand there the whole game, too, so if I end up running through all the NPCs, we know where to find her. And there's a lot of junk to click on in here. And I seem to recall it being empty in the last game, but I could be wrong. Some gems and some gold. It's nice of him to just let us help ourselves to his stash here. Lots of nothing. Some more of those gems, some more gold. Some Fallout 1 sounds. And we're out of here. Now, if you go to the forest zone between friendly armmen, in the previous video we looked at that caravan, and as such, we sort of already told him there are a lot of dead caravans. We go back to the inn, talk to Purdue, get our 50 gold for the sword. I imagine if you're a short sword user, you may want to just keep it, because it won't break under any circumstances, since it's a quest item. And then I'll show this building here, directly across from that inn. This guy just lets you sleep in his house for no reason. So if you're ever in need of free accommodations, he'll give them to you. And now we are going to skedaddle and head on to the first forest zones outside of Beregost. And in my Tutu playthrough, that was where I rage quit Baldur's Gate 2 because the encounters were much too difficult. So we'll see if that's been amended in the enhanced edition, and hopefully there'll be more videos after that.